Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a spring clean my makeup collection with me video. I actually am filming a vlog today, and I was gonna show kind of me decluttering my makeup collection in the vlog, but I started talking through all the products in the clips and they seem a little bit longer, so I wanted to make a separate video, which was my original intention. But I have my makeup vanity here in front of me, and it actually has 5 drawers, and I'm only gonna clean out 2 because I do pretty much go through my makeup collection pretty periodically and keep things fairly cleaned out, and I thought I needed a deeper clean than I do. And when I was getting ready doing my makeup today, I was just kind of looking at all my products, and I knew which ones I had in mind that I wanted to declutter and I wanted out, and there's really only 2 drawers that I wanted to declutter. One is my foundation and face products drawer. It has my foundations, primers, powders, all that kind of stuff, and then the other one is my eye drawer, which has mascaras, eyebrow products, eyeliners, eyeshadows, all that kind of stuff in it. So I'm going to declutter those 2 drawers for you. I ended up with a pretty nice sized pile of everything that I decluttered, so I wanted to talk you guys through the products that I'm no longer keeping in my collection that I'm going to give away to a better home. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's get started. Okay, so this is the foundation drawer, and you can see I have powders here, some primers, more powders, and then all my foundations and primers are kind of in here. And then I also have my everyday eyeshadow palette, as well as some lashes at the back, setting sprays. This is another eyeshadow palette that I'm saving. So lots of stuff in here. So I'm gonna, I think, empty it out and then go through everything probably on the floor over here. Okay, so this was everything that was in the drawer, plus those 2 foundations right there that I had up on top of my desk. And I'm gonna quickly go through the things I can immediately move somewhere else. So for clips, I always like to have 1 clip in my makeup. Oh my gosh, it's not focusing. Disaster already. Anyway, these are just hair clips. I always like to have 1 clip with my makeup stuff, so in case I'm doing my makeup I need to pull my hair back. So I'm going to keep this one here because this is the one I like to use, and then those 2 will go into my bathroom. And then as far as lashes go, I have all of these lashes. Honestly, I never wear lashes, so I'm gonna keep these ones because I really like these short and sweet ones from Velour. I wore these, I believe, was it those ones? Oops, or these ones as I throw them around. I like these because they're like the shorter, more natural ones. And then all of these, I always try to purchase these. And you see all these girls that are like, oh my gosh, I'm always wearing an Ardell wispy. Like, look how intense this wispy is. Like, that is not an everyday lash. Like, I'm sorry. Okay, so I just never wear these, so those are gonna go in the reject pile. And then I want to get rid of a few expired things. So first of all, this I love, and I forgot I had it. And it's really a product that I like to use in the summer. This is the, what is this? Supergoop Invincible Setting Powder, and it's basically just like an on-the-go thing where you can reapply powder SPF. I love this, but this is certainly expired, and you have to be careful with SPF because that's the ingredient that usually expires in makeup, and this really, the main purpose of this is to be extra SPF, so if it's expired, it's useless, and I've definitely had it for well over probably a year and a half, so that one can go. Same with this Nars Duo here. So I have the Nars, what is this? Super Radiant Booster here, and then also the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I try so hard to like Nars bases, and so many people rave about this foundation. I just can't get behind it. Nars foundation doesn't work for my skin. These have to go. This Ole Henriksen product is the Banana Bright face primer. This has a 6-month expiration thing on the back, and I definitely bought this last summer, so it's definitely expired. I love Ole Henriksen skincare, but I just felt like this on top of the other skincare I was using was just too much. Like, it was too much skincare type products in my makeup routine, so I really didn't use this up, but it's certainly expired, so that's gonna have to go as well. And then one more foundation to declutter is definitely, actually 2 more, is definitely this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define foundation. I have this in the shade F2. This is a beautiful foundation. It's super full coverage, it blends really easily. It's like the Clinique, what is that foundation called? The Super Perfecting, whatever the Clinique one is with the one giant doe foot applicator. It's like that, except that something about this just really irritates my skin and makes it red. I don't break out, but I just find that it like dries out my skin or something. So if you're looking for a great full coverage, blendable, beautiful drugstore foundation, I definitely recommend this. I really like it. It's just I don't reach for it because I know it's gonna irritate my skin, and I just don't like that feeling, but it's great and affordable. And then we have the Juvia's Place foundation, which I'm torn about because this had so much hype. I really wanted to like this. I think there's just not a good shade match for me. This is the shade Isla 730, and I did a review on this. It is super full coverage and great for like ultra full coverage, but for a full coverage foundation I just really lean on my Becca one that I've been using every day, and I just am not reaching for this, so this one's gonna go too. And all of these like pretty full products I'm gonna just give away to friends because I know they'll like them. So for my foundations I'm really just keeping these two plus this Kosas tinted face oil. This is more of just like a no makeup day product, but I'm really liking this lately, and so this kind of lets me have a light, medium, and full coverage foundation here, and that's perfect for my collection. Okay, I wanted to quickly chat through my primers. This Tatcha Silk Canvas is my current holy grail everyday primer because I feel like it really helps prevent my skin from breaking out, so it's the only one I've been using. This Touch in Sol No Problem, let me try to focus, primer is just not something I reach for. It's pretty much full. I'm going to give this to a new home. And then these two setting sprays, I'm going to keep both. The Morphe Mattifying Continuous Setting Mist. I absolutely love this. This is a great setting spray for my whole face, and it's matte, which is great for my oily skin. And then I have this Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist, which is great if I ever need something hydrating. I like to spray this to make highlighters more pigmented, things like that. And they're both actually like pretty much only have like a third left in them. I would say actually the Morphe one's probably closer to empty, and this has about a third left, but I really love these, definitely keeping both. And then for these two products, these are both, what are they called? Like contour sticks, cream contours. A cream contour never works for me. I don't know why I keep buying them. This NYX Wonder Stick is just trash. I'm gonna give that away for sure. I'm gonna keep this Nudies one just because I spent a lot of money on it and so many people like it, and I feel like this might be better in the summer when I'm doing a no makeup look, but I just find that this blends into nothing. So am I the only one? But I'm gonna go ahead and keep it for a little longer. I need to learn though not to buy cream contour sticks. And then I'll also quickly show you my two eyeshadow palettes I had in this drawer. This is my everyday matte quad, which of course I use in like every video. Of course that stain, I just keep it in this drawer because this drawer tends to have the most extra room and it just like fits in with the other products. All my other eye products are in a different drawer. And then I'm keeping this. This is still in the packaging. This is the Tom Ford eyeshadow quad in the shade Honeymoon, and I bought this special for like my wedding and honeymoon season this year. I had a gift card to Sephora and I wanted to splurge, and this is what I got. I think I'm gonna actually start using it soon just because who knows what will happen with the rest of the year and wedding planning and everything, so I want to start playing with it now, but for now it's still in the package. And then I also have my eyelash curler in here. This is the Surat, I believe, eyelash curler. It's a good one. And then, okay, let's move on to powders. I also have this in the drawer, which I'm going to keep. This is the Real Techniques Miracle Powder Sponge, which I bought at Ulta, and I'm planning to do a video on if you guys are interested in trying out a powder sponge. And then let's look at all of the powders. Okay, so first off, my Holy Grail powder is this MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Light Plus, which I absolutely love. This one is almost empty. This Osmosis Color Mineral Pressed Base in Fair is also almost empty, so I'm going to keep both of these because I really like them. I trust both of these and they're almost gone, so I'm going to use them up. And what I'm using at the moment pretty much every day to set is this BareMinerals BarePro powder in the shade Aspen 04, which is certainly a little too dark for me, but this I'm also trying to use up. It's definitely hit pan, and this, I just like this for additional coverage in the summer. I love like a pressed mineral powder, but once I use up these three, the one I'm going to be repurchasing is the MAC because it's my Holy Grail, but they're all kind of on their way out and I like all of them, so I'm going to continue using them. And then this Fenty Beauty, this is their, what is this called? This is their Lavender Pro Filter powder. I've been using this every single day to set my under eyes. I've mentioned it before, do not use this if you're going to be taking flash photography. I got a horrible flashback when I wore this at my engagement party, but This is beautiful for just everyday wear when you're not going to be taking photos. It really brightens. I really find that this helps brighten my like dark circles. So I'm going to keep this. There's so much powder in here to just set my under eyes every day. This is going to last me years. So we'll see about that. And then I also have the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is my preferred under eye setting powder. I just haven't been reaching for it. But if I'm going to take flash photography or anything like that, then I would use this instead of the Fenty. And then I always have this in my collection. This is the BareMinerals powder concealer in the shade Bisque, and this is just a holy grail product for me. If you watched like a long time ago my acne coverage tutorial, I like rave about this. If you ever need to cover a zit, I would say put like a cream or stick concealer on it and then this powder concealer. And that's the way to go. So I always have this in my collection for when I need to cover something serious up. And then I have 3 more like loose powders here. These 2 are the Lawless Classic Translucent and Brightening Translucent. I love this brand. They're natural, or not natural, they're like healthy green ingredients. I'm definitely going to keep these. The Classic Translucent I'm sort of running out of. Brightening Translucent again is just a good for under eye setting powder, but there's so much in here. Like between this and the Fenty, I just don't need to purchase an under eye setting powder ever again. But this one is a little too dark for me. Like sometimes it's just not the vibe because I'm so fair. So this one's a little harder for me to use, but I have a lot left and I just love this brand, so I'm going to keep them. And then I just feel like I need to keep this powder because I had it once before. I gave it away to a friend and then I just kept seeing tutorials with it and I ended up purchasing it a second time. This is the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder in the shade 10, and I just don't have a lot of drugstore products in my collection anymore. So I feel like I need to keep this just in case. Alright, so here's everything I'm getting rid of from the drawer, and then over here I have the pile of everything I'm keeping. I'm going to put this back into my drawer and then show you guys what it looks like. So here is the after of the drawer. I have my everyday powders here, my under eye setting powder and my primer, and then all my foundations, setting sprays, and my contour stick, my clip, my eyeshadow curler, my everyday eyeshadow palette, and towards the back I have the powders that I use less frequently, as well as my eyelashes, that powder sponge, and the Tom Ford quad that I'm saving. So not the most organized thing. Everything's kind of an awkward shape for this drawer, so it's a work in progress, but definitely less cluttered than before. Alright, this is the second drawer that I wanted to declutter with all of my eye products in it. I don't know what the best strategy is. I don't really want to take everything out. I just kind of want to show you guys the things that I'm going to get rid of. So I'm going to go through this off camera and try to pull out all the things I was planning on getting rid of and then show you guys what's left. So I ended up not pulling out as many products as I anticipated, but I'm going to start with concealers because there's 3 here that I removed that I'm going to declutter from my collection, and they're all drugstore. I just find that I'm really at a place where I'm enjoying my higher end concealers more than these, and I feel kind of torn about some of these. This collection matches that foundation that I decluttered, and I have this in the shade C1, which is a beautiful shade if you're looking for an affordable dupe of like the Tarte Shape Tape or the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I think this is a great full coverage drugstore concealer. I wouldn't knock it. I love it. I just reach for the other ones more, and I just don't find that I need this one in my collection when I have the others. And I used quite a bit of this, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter that one. This BH Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer, I never really fully got behind. I really liked it. I don't know why I don't reach for it. Just again, I love my other concealers more, and I just don't find that I need this one in my collection, so it's going to go to a better home. One of my friends will definitely enjoy that. And then same with this. This is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. I have this in the shade L1-2 Fair, and this is a nice lighter coverage concealer if you're looking for something really like hydrating and glowy. This is definitely a great glowy concealer for under the eyes. So if you have drier skin and you want like a glowy, affordable drugstore concealer, I certainly recommend this one. I really liked it. I just am more oily and I prefer a slightly more matte finish in my concealer. So it's just not my favorite for my skin, but it is a super beautiful product. So I think someone else will enjoy this more than me. And then 3 things here to declutter. This I'm going to put in my empties because it is definitely dried out. So you'll see that in my next empties video. And then this is the L'Oreal Silk Kiss-Me eyeliner in the shade Highlighter, I believe it is. This is a really nice, like if you want to do a little inner corner highlight, a great drugstore product, but I just don't reach for it. I have so many other highlighting products that I prefer to this, and I just never use it. And then this is the Collection Fast Stroke eyeliner. I really just enjoyed this. I bought this when I was in Scotland a while ago, like a long while ago, and I'm sure it's not usable anymore because it's liquid, and I like it. It was fun. I had just seen so many British beauty bloggers talk about this for years, and when I saw it in the booths, I was like, oh, I have to get it. It's so fun. I enjoyed it. It served its purpose, and I just reach for my other eyeliners more. I prefer like a pen style eyeliner rather than this kind where you have to dip in. But if you're in the UK or somewhere where they sell Collection, it's a nice black liner. It also dries more shiny. I prefer a more matte liquid liner. So the drawer pretty much looks the same. I do only have 3 concealers left, the Too Faced Born This Way, my new Hourglass one, and my Tarte Shape Tape, which I'm recently rediscovering and loving. And then I also only have 4 mascaras left. The Covergirl Exhibitionist I have in black and black brown, and then I have this Wander Beauty one and the Thrive Cosmetics one. And then everything else I have like a bunch. Oh, and then I also have this little baby concealer here, which will probably be decluttered soon. It's just not quite dried out. Everything else I find that I still need and reach for, or it has a specific purpose. So I just feel better about this, getting rid of all those extra concealers. I feel much more streamlined just having those 3. I wanted to quickly show you guys the finished product of everything I'm decluttering. Those 2 clips are going to go into my bathroom. Everything else is going to go to a better home with some of my friends, and hopefully they get some use out of these products. This wasn't a huge declutter, but I just feel like getting rid of this many foundations and concealers is really significant because I feel like that's what you spend the most money on in your collection, and personally that's what I feel like I'm always trying out, and I feel like the foundations that I kept I'm really happy with, and they're kind of like holy grail formulas. So these other ones I was just ready to release back into the wild. So this is the finished declutter pile. Surprise, the video's not over. So I forgot that I have my I call this like my transition bags. I also do this with my clothes where I have a transition box down in the garage, and when I deep clean my wardrobe, like most things I donate right away, and then some things I'm kind of on the fence about, so I leave them in there, and if I think about it and want to wear it or want to use one of these products in like a few months or 6 months, however long until I remember to finish donating everything, then I'll keep it. And I forgot to go through these. I also had a bag of travel size samples, which I'm going to keep because those I actually will use when I travel. But in this first bag, I had some extra stuff that I'm going to go through quickly. I definitely need to declutter this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion did not work for me. This Marc Jacobs blush, as you guys know, this shade, this one's Flesh and Fantasy. What's the other one? Lush and Libido is like my holy grail everyday blush. This is the one that's broken, and it just really angers me, and I can't keep it anymore. And then this bronzer, this is the Tantric bronzer. This packaging is just like gorgeous. This bronzer, I actually really liked it, but it totally broke me out. I don't know why. So I kept it because it's just so beautiful, and it was so expensive, and I loved it. It just broke me out, so I'm gonna part with it. And then I also definitely need to part with this. This is the Glossier Stretch Concealer. This is just not my vibe. If you have dry skin and you like an everyday makeup look, this is for you. I just don't have a use for it. And then these 2 things, I actually was thinking of this and looking for this the other day, and I thought, oh no, I got rid of it. This is the Makeup Geek Afterglow pigment. This is a beautiful eyeshadow. Mine's probably like 8 years old or something crazy. Like obviously their logo doesn't even look like this anymore, so maybe I should declutter it, but I feel like powder products, it's okay to keep. I just have an attachment to it, and I was wanting to use it. And then this Nars blush in Deep Throat, I can't get rid of a Nars product, so I'm going to keep that as well. And then also in this little thing, I had an extra matte quad, which I definitely need, and I'm going to keep that too. So that's it for this one, and let's move on to one of these bigger bags here. So I've organized the contents of this bag here, and first of all, there's 2 products here that are empty that I was keeping just to remember. So I'm going to put these in my empties. box. Sorry about the loud crash, but I'll discuss those in an empties video. And then back here is all the things I'm going to get rid of. These two sleek palettes. This one is creamy and definitely like expired. This one is some powder blushes that are beautiful. I've barely used this, so this will definitely go to a good home. This foundation, I really liked this. I actually recently was looking back at a video where I used this and I was thinking how good my skin looked. Another great, super affordable drugstore foundation, but the smell was just so strong that I can't use it. Like, the smell was too much for me and made me nervous about what it was doing to my skin. And then I just have a bunch of lip products here that, let's separate out all the lip products actually, that I'm just never going to reach for and I just didn't like. So all of these are to go. And then some extra eye products here. First of all, these two drugstore eyeshadow palettes. I just can't get behind a drugstore eyeshadow. They never work for me. I don't know. And then this was from Benefit, the Brow Contour Pro. This was just like a gimmick, right? Do they even still sell this? Like, I just can't get behind it. I did not like this mascara. And then this Galactic eyebrow pencil, I bought this. I remember buying this because Alana Picurley was using it. Or sorry, Alana McGowan now, was using it like forever ago in a video. It's just so orange that it just doesn't match me. And then a few base products. This Maybelline Master Conceal just was fine. This Collection Lasting Perfection, also fine. Again, just not great and I don't reach for them. And then this Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. I held on to this. It's certainly so expired. This is definitely trash, but they discontinued making this and I'm just really depressed about it, so I held on to it forever. I forgot I still had it. There's a little left in here, but it's so old, it's unusable, and they need to bring this back. Okay, and then moving on to this pile, these three lip products, like, I was actually looking for this the other day. I knew that I had bought this, and it's the Soap & Glory Soap & Glory Sexy Mother Pucker lip gloss. So I definitely am going to keep this because I was looking for it. You just can't get rid of a YSL lipstick, can you? And I don't know why I was getting rid of this. I just swatched it and it's beautiful. Same with this Hourglass slim lipstick thing. I remember not liking it, but I just swatched it and I think I need to give it another chance. So those are going back into my collection. And then all these powder products I'm going to keep in the transition area. So I also thought of this recently, and I think this will be nice for the summer. This Milani Blush is beautiful. It's just not one that I reach for, but I don't hate it enough to give it away. Same with this Burt's Bees Toasted Cinnamon Blush. I think I need to give this another chance. I think I've evolved to a place where I will like this. And then these Cover FX products, I just remember loving them when I got them. I remember, what's her name? Not Alana McGowan, the other Alana, the Canadian one. Now I can't think of her name. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking. Anyway, she suggested these and I loved them at the time, and there's something about them, I just can't get rid of them every time they end up in my declutter pile here. But I'm going to keep these in here for now with the other products that I'm keeping in my transition area. Okay, I didn't do so well with this big bag of products, but I've emptied them out and I put them into categories. This is all the base products, which are all going to go and be decluttered, mostly because they're all expired at this point, and I forgot I owned all of these. Like, I remember keeping a lot of lip products, but the face products, just, I don't need. So the NYX Banana Powder, it's too yellow for me, I'm too fair. The Maybelline Matte Maker is nice. I kept it because you can only get it in the UK, but obviously I'm not missing it in my collection. And then this BareMinerals Original Foundation in the shade Fair. This is amazing, holy grail, but mine, the lid is broken. I don't think it's focusing, but the lid is broken. It's just a disaster, and this is the SPF, and this is certainly expired by now, so it needs to go. And then here, these are all expired as well. This Origins Primer, it was gimmicky. I never really got into it. The Josie Marin Concealer. This is, again, if you have dry skin and you like an everyday makeup look, this is for you. I love this on a no makeup day, but I've had this for years at this point, and there's no way it's not expired. Same with this one, definitely expired. This is a holy grail drugstore concealer though. Everyone talks about this Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser. This is great. I'll repurchase this at some point, I'm sure. I use the shade Fair. gorgeous, just expired. This is the ColourPop brow gel, the clear one, but mine like broke and cracked and it leaks out the side and is just a disaster. So that has to be thrown away also. And then this ColourPop No Filter Stick foundation stick was too greasy for my oily skin. This Smashbox Studio Skin foundation I really liked, but it's just, I'm pretty sure this is almost empty. I had the shade 1.1, which if I recall was a nice color match for me. I liked this. I've just literally had this forever. I think this was like the first video on my YouTube channel as I reviewed this. It's gotta go. It's definitely too old. And then the Glow Skin Beauty primer. I love this primer, this mattifying primer. It was really nice. Again, I've just had this for years. There's no way it's not expired, and I've moved on to my Tatcha one now. And then this ColourPop concealer. This is nice. This was good to try out. I'm gonna give this to a new home just because, like I said, I have too many concealers. So my giveaway pile is growing, which makes me very happy. Oh, and then one other base product here. This is the Becca, what is this called? Under Eye Brightening Corrector, and this is too creamy. It always makes my concealer run. I just like want to love this and use this, but it just doesn't work for me. It certainly brightens, but I think I'm too greasy for it. And then these are the lip products I'm going to declutter. This ColourPop one in the shade Westy was just not my vibe. This e.l.f. one of you guys recommended this. This is their shade Natural. I think this is really comparable to the Laura Mercier lip crayon that looks just like this. I forget what it's called. Velour Matte Lip something. But this color was just too light. It literally looks like nothing on my lips. So I just don't need that. And then these two L'Oreal Infallible lip paints. This is the shade Skinny Dip. This is the shade Festival. I like this formula, I think. It's been a long time since I used them. They're just super old. They have to be dried out by now. And then same with this By Terry. This is the Baume de Rose. I haven't gotten rid of this in like so many declutter videos just because it's so hard to get rid of By Terry products because they're so expensive. But at this point I've had this for years and I just can't imagine the bacteria that's growing in here, so it's gotta go. And then this is the pile of stuff I'm keeping. This By Terry powder is actually beautiful. I think I'm gonna put this back in my drawer because I'm kind of running out of a lot of powders. It's super glowy and this is probably just gonna be a summer vibe. Let me try to open it for you guys. It's just so beautiful, this powder. So I think I'm gonna try that out again. And then all of these are ones that I've thought of lately and I'm just planning to keep. Like literally so many of these I've been thinking of and wondering if I still had them, and I do. So I'm going to keep all of these in that bag as well. So one final look. This is the pile of everything I'm going to be decluttering and either giving away or throwing away. So after I finish off this video, I'm going to separate into trash and to give to friends. And then these 4 products are the ones that that I found in my transition bags I'm going to put back into my collection. And then these were the 3 bags that were full of my transition makeup before. I managed to empty out this one, and then I put everything that I'm keeping still in a transitional phase back in that one. So really good progress, and I'm super proud. I hope you guys enjoyed this declutter so far. Okay, and that is it for my spring clean / declutter my makeup collection video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me go through some of my products. Let me know if you guys are decluttering or if there's anything that you think I should have kept or got rid of, or anything that you think I should try and pick up at the store now that I have a little extra room in my collection, but I'm going to try not to do that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.